What's up, common bitches? Alright, let's keep this rolling, alright? Thank you if you've been tuning in. I ain't no different than the rest of y'all. I'm just a nerd, and I got way too much fucking comics and bullshit comic knowledge that I just don't have anybody else to converse with, so I'm hoping somebody out there's listening to me. Even if it's just one person, thank you for tuning in, because I just want to talk about this shit. I don't like the way other motherfuckers are turning this shit all political and everything. Got the bandwagoner motherfuckers, and there's nothing wrong with being on a bandwagon. Let me put that out there. Just as long as you stay on that bandwagon for a minute, you know? Learn to fucking like the shit you're getting into. Don't just fucking keep hopping from fucking plate to plate. That shit ain't cool. I like Ninja Turtles, and I like X-Men. I could talk to you for fucking days on end about both. Alright, what do we got here? So the last video we showed, I was telling you about Kirby, Mr. King Kirby, and his romance comics. And those are some of the ones that are actually in my personal collection. Oh, shit. Ooh. Damn. Okay. Now this comic is actually going to be coming to, I can't remember if it's going to be a movie or if I believe they're doing a television series. I think it's going to be like Amazon or Netflix or some shit like that. But I haven't read too much about this character other than like what friends have told me, a little bit online, just story-wise. But I know they completely, I'm pretty certain they completely rebooted this character after Kirby's initial creation. But the one we're talking about is the ever-favorable Sandman. Mr. Sandman, bring me a Mr. Sandman, yes, bring me a dream, making the cutest that I've ever seen. So, this is fucking, I don't know why this is a 5.5. CGC grades is really weird, and you gotta be careful when you're getting CGCs on eBay too, because these motherfuckers are really easy to replicate. Dudes, like, probably especially with the 3D printers, I don't know if you can get this clear plastic shit, but, I mean, you always want to look for the seal. The seal's pretty hard. I mean, they can do it, don't get me wrong, they can absolutely fucking do the holographic seals, but the seal's usually pretty hard to replicate. But you want to make sure what you're getting is legit. And a lot of people talk about the CGCs and and what CGC stands for those of you who don't know, is that's certified grade comic. Or certified graded comic, sorry. And I think there's only like 2 or 3 companies that do them. The CGC company, that's the main one. That's the one that everybody seems to fucking be all getting all wet about and everything. They got a cool, little thing, but again, they're the only motherfuckers that do it, so, like, they're the only ones that really are standing behind their game. They cool, they kind of bitches to deal with, I ain't gonna lie. Fucking, they charge you $20 just to fucking press a comic. Whatever, that's why I'm gonna do that shit myself. But this is beautiful. I really don't know why. Like, I mean, I don't know how easily you can see it online or on my phone here, but there's no creases in this at all. None. Look at that. Wait a minute, is that? Nope. There's not even any rolling on the binding. It's fucking flat. Look at that shit. God damn. Off-white to white pages. So it's still some discoloration, but I can't imagine that. So what I'm actually going to do on this one, we'll tie that in for another issue so you guys can see how to do it too. I can actually call CGC, and just like a Carfax and shit like that, but we can actually tie in this number. I think there's an app that I haven't gotten yet. We can call and make sure this shit is all legit. And that's something I highly recommend you people doing. Not you people, I don't know, everybody doing, all you comic nerd motherfuckers. That's something I highly recommend any comic nerd who wants to get into this shit doing if you're going to be serious about it, because you can get some really good fucking deals on eBay. Now, keep in mind, to CGC a comic, to get it certified, you're looking at anywhere from rough guesstimate, not including shipping, probably about 30 to $50, maybe more, depending on the comic, depending on how much you need to get graded on it. And there's only so much that CGC will do as well. But you can definitely call them. You can definitely call them and make sure everything is legit whenever you get one of these guys. So whenever you're getting like a really good deal, I'm not saying they're not out there. I've gotten my fair share of them as well. But if you just feel like you may have gotten a deal that's too good to be true, there's no shame in checking in on it. And then if it does turn out to be sour, you report that motherfucker, and then you get him off the radar, so he ain't fucking nobody else. Because, fuck, man, we nerds. We just trying to do our shit. Don't fuck with us. So anyway, Sandman, back to this dude. So Sandman was essentially just a motherfucker from what I can remember. He can control dreams, can control like nightmares and shit, go into your dreams. And that was the first character, the one that and you cannot misidentify or mistake Jack Kirby's artwork. Look at that shit. It's just like, it was... Like, I know everybody likes the action comics and, you know, fucking all the Superman comics and everything and shit, but look at the way he captured the superhero. Look at the monsters behind him. Look at that shit. Look, you got this stone-looking motherfucker right here. You got this thing-looking motherfucker. Looks like Thing fucked a fish down here. You got, oh shit, looks like fucking Mandarin and fucking Brainiac or fucking the Watcher or some shit going on right here. And then you got this Slimer, like, fucking mummy-looking motherfucker up here. Dude's motherfucking sleeping. I love all of his male characters. They always, and a lot of artists get their style, but, like, they always had that, just a very particular face to him. But I fucking love his art. I cannot get enough of this motherfucker's art, dude. It fucking, I don't know, man. It's fucking badass. Everybody's got to have their thing they dig, right? Like, this is it for me. I fucking dig Kirby's art. And that Kirby crackle, woo! Can't fuck with Kirby crackle. So anyway, Sandman, I'm pretty damn sure they're making a television series or a movie. But again, they fucking completely rebooted this shit shortly after Mr. Kirby, or I think he left the series. He was always moving. That man just kept moving. He didn't fucking get tied up too long anywhere. So I think they are making a series on that one. You might want to check that shit out. I think it's going to be a little more darker. And again, I couldn't really tell you, even as a nerd, I couldn't really tell you what the new series would be about. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. Please watch the next videos. Peace.